is the way the astronauts die in space.
It's what you America.
Imagine waking up alone in the cold silence of space, your memory, a blank slate, and the fate of humanity resting on your shoulders. That's the heart-pounding premise behind Project Hail Mary, one of the most anticipated sci-fi films of the decade, set to launch exclusively in theaters on March 20, 2026. This cinematic event is directed by the powerhouse duo Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the creative minds behind the Lego Movie and the Spider-Verse films, promising a blend of wit, spectacle, and emotional gravity. Produced by Amazon MGM Studios, with international distribution by Sony Pictures. Project Hail Mary boasts a stellar cast led by Ryan Gosling as Ryland Grace, supported by Sandra Huller, Milana Vantrub, Lionel Boyce, and Ken Leung. The screenplay comes from Drew Goddard, who previously adapted Andy Weir's The Martian, and the visuals are in the hands of Oscar-winning cinematographer Greig Fraser, known for his work on Dune and The Batman. Genre-wise, this is hard science fiction with a pulse. Expect brainy problem-solving, cosmic stakes, and deeply human moments. The runtime clocks in at an epic 166 minutes, giving the story room to breathe and the tension time to simmer. At its core, Project Hail Mary is the story of Ryland Grace, a middle school science teacher who wakes up from a coma aboard a spaceship, light years from Earth, with no memory of who he is or why he's there. As fragments of his past return, Grace discovers he's humanity's last hope, sent to the Tau Ceti system to solve a cosmic mystery threatening all life on Earth. The stakes couldn't be higher. The sun is dimming, and unless Grace can crack the code, an extinction-level event will sweep across the planet. But he's not entirely alone. There are hints, both in the trailer and the original novel, that unexpected alliances and first contact could play a crucial role in the mission's outcome. The film promises a journey that's as much about survival and ingenuity as it is about rediscovering one's identity and the meaning of sacrifice. The official trailer wastes no time plunging us into the unknown. It opens with Gosling's Ryland Grace jolting awake in a dark, cluttered spacecraft, his hair wild and his eyes wide with confusion and terror. The camera lingers on floating objects, food wrappers, scientific instruments, a faded photograph that hint at a life left behind, and a mission of unimaginable scale. The tone is immediately intimate yet epic, with the vast loneliness of space, set against the raw vulnerability of a man out of his element. We see flashes of Grace's past, a humble classroom, a desperate briefing with Eva Stratt, Sandra Huller, and the moment he learns that the survival of Earth depends on him. The visuals are stunning. Fraser's cinematography bathes the spaceship in both harsh, clinical light and moments of soft, almost dreamlike glow, capturing the tension between hope and despair. One standout scene shows Grace gazing out at the swirling colors of a distant nebula, the reflection of Earth's blue marble glimmering in his eyes, while another teases the presence of an alien intelligence, glimpsed only in shadow and sound, design that sends chills down your spine. The trailer masterfully balances suspense and wonder, with a score that swells from eerie silence to triumphant crescendos as Grace begins to piece together his mission and his own fractured memory. The cast is a blend of familiar faces and intriguing newcomers. Ryan Gosling, fresh off his Oscar-nominated turn in Barbie and no stranger to space after First Man, brings a layered vulnerability and grit to Ryland Grace. Sandra Huller, acclaimed for Anatomy of a Fall, plays Eva Stratt, the steely administrator, tasked with making impossible decisions to save the world. Milana Vantrub, best known for her comedic roles, is rumored to bring both levity and emotional depth, though her character remains under wraps. Lionel Boyce and Ken Leung round out the ensemble, each glimpsed in the trailer in roles that suggest both camaraderie and conflict. Fans are already buzzing online about the chemistry between Gosling and Huller, and speculation is rampant about which characters from the book will make it to the screen and which might be reimagined for the film. The casting of James Ortiz as Rocky, a character shrouded in secrecy, has sparked theories about how the film will handle one of the novel's most beloved and surprising elements. The reaction to the trailer has been electric. Within days of its release, it shattered viewership records for a sci-fi film trailer, with fans dissecting every frame for clues about the plot and the fate of Grace's mission. Social media is awash with praise for the film's production design, which grounds the high-concept story in tactile, lived-in detail, messy ship interiors, handwritten notes, and the subtle wear and tear of a vessel pushed to its limits. Critics and fans alike are drawing comparisons to The Martian and Interstellar. But there's a consensus that Project Hail Mary is carving out its own identity, blending hard science with a deeply personal journey. As for theories and speculation, the big question is how closely the film will follow Andy Weir's novel. The trailer teases the possibility of first contact, and eagle-eyed viewers have spotted what might be the first hints of Rocky, the enigmatic alien who becomes Grace's unlikely ally. Will the film lean into the buddy comedy dynamic that made the book so beloved, or will it chart a darker, more introspective course? There are also hints that the film will expand on the Earthbound storyline, with more screen time for the team racing against time back home. Given the pedigree of Lord, Miller, and Goddard, expect smart humor, emotional gut punches, and at least a few narrative twists that will keep even book fans guessing. Project Hail Mary isn't part of a larger cinematic franchise yet. Its DNA is unmistakably linked to The Martian, both in source material and creative team. The budget is reportedly north of $100 million, and with IMAX screenings confirmed, audiences can expect jaw-dropping visuals and immersive sound design worthy of the big screen. There's a sense that this film is aiming to be both a crowd-pleasing blockbuster and a thoughtful meditation on what it means to be human in the face of cosmic odds. Is the hype justified? With this cast, crew, and story, it's hard to imagine a more promising recipe for sci-fi greatness. Personally, I can't wait to see how Project Hail Mary balances its epic scale with the intimate, character-driven storytelling that made the novel a phenomenon. Will it make us laugh, cry, and cheer in the darkness of the theater? All signs point to yes. But what do you think? Are you excited to see Ryan Gosling take on the role of Ryland Grace? Do you have your own theories about what secrets the film is hiding? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's get the conversation started. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more cinematic breakdowns and Hollywood insights. The countdown to March 20th, 2026, has begun. See you at the movies.